All right, welcome to my channel, Ben Kane Bronson. I am Bronson, playing Diablo 4 today, continuing to grind with our Paladin. Gonna just gotta do some grinding and get some gear. We're in Torment 3 now, so just gonna continue to progress. So yeah, just a lot of grinding today. I think we were pretty set up with hitting Torment 3 pretty good, and so we're just gonna continue on blasting, grinding, and trying to get these season achievements done here. So got to do some Infernal Hordes at some point, but I think I'm gonna be working on we're kind of doing like several things at once, and basically I want to get boss stuff to the items you need to summon the bosses. That's what we're gonna go after. So so thinking about starting the stream at the beginning of an hour. This is fresh, so we'll head in here and just start grinding in some Helltide. Hey, let's go! What's up, bro? How's your stream going? Appreciate the lurky lurk while you're streaming on yours. It's always appreciated. What it's appreciates about you. So, hell yeah! Thanks, Zombie, for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the homies and all that. Eva, I gotta get it like Bop. I get it like Bop. Eva. Yep, there you go. So appreciate all the support. That's awesome. Don't know if you guys are into Diablo or not, but I like it. I like ARPGs, more my jam. Oh, someone's got that boss active. Let's go over here and kill him. Ah, damn invisible barriers and shit. We're doing all the grindy stuff. I gotta get some music set up so it's not so dead airspace, because this is the part of the game where it's just kind of just, you know, mindless grinding around and just killing shit. Yeah, so did I. I actually oh man, I think I have like 1,000 hours alone with the Witch Doctor. I did a lot of speedy chicken, that's for sure. So, a lot of people were hoping that this one would turn into Diablo 2, but it just wasn't that popular with people, the direction they were taking when it originally came out. Now it's more like Diablo 3. Oh, go turn that in. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's all I got planned today here, though, is just some trying to get the items for summoning bosses and stuff. That way we can do a whole bossing thing. Grinds for some of the mythic uniques and such. Wow, he barely spawned in and died. Oh, thought I got one. I'll do two. Screw it. Do this. Wow. That must be some of the, I'm not sure what build that is. It's really flashy, though. There's a couple people using that one. Mine's less flash and way more, like, single target and, more tank. Yeah, just wiping these guys up pretty quickly. There we go, getting some of the summon items there. Oh, we need those guys too. Sure, I'll add one. I think I added another one by accident. I guess I added two on that one. Oh well. I got him to spend, might as well spend them. I also got to kill this dude too for the season item stuff. That's how you rank them up. So killing two birds with one stone here, essentially. He barely got out of the ground and died. Yeah, those exquisite bloods are what we're after. So yeah, I already got 40 of them. Nice. Well, it looks like people got done doing boss and they all left. That's fine though. Let's see here. I need to slay cultists and I need to open tortured gifts. That's fine. Need to got plenty of plenty of cinders now to go do that, so we can go get some open up some chests. Appreciate it, zombie. Appreciate it. Here, actually, you know what? I gotta learn to do this stuff. I gotta give you a follow myself. I don't think I've done that yet. Appreciate the support. Okay, did that now. How do I get out of that? No, 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 no. Learning, still learning. And I'm dying because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Man. Like that. Like that. Hmm. Figure this out here. Okay, that's how you do that. All right. Got it. All right. Sorry for the rough presentation. It happens, you know. Still learning. One man show here. Trying to figure out how to things work still. Yeah. Oh, I don't like these ones because you can't just speed through it. You have to wait till the timer goes up, and you just have to protect it. It slows gameplay down. You know, I jumped into this because I thought, hey, I'll do this really fast, but yeah. Build's amazing though. Not as flashy as some of the other ones, and I'm not even sure how much damage it does. I just know that for me it works great because it does a lot of bossing damage and it does a lot of has a lot of good defense, so I don't die, which for someone like me is great. It's almost like you can barely pay attention and just sit here and kill shit, you know. So like that was supposed to be a boss. It just whipped her in like a second, half a second. So gotta pick that chest over here because got plenty of cinders at the moment. Hey. Wasn't even in a chest. Oh. Well, that sucks. I need to kill those, but that thing's kind of stuck there. Glitched was the word I was looking for. will say this much for this build: is as awesome it is clunky to feels clunky to play. Oh, some good stuff, some good drops. Awesome. The runes are dropping like mad today. Usually they don't drop like that. Where are we going? We still need to open up one more chest to finish that whisper up. Let's go after... Yeah, that one's the one to go. Is that going to send me through there? It is. You know what? We got to do this anyway. I think this one has a... No, this one does not. This one does not have a... You know what? We're not. We're going to go around. I don't want to activate that. So we'll do it later. If we do it at all, actually. Don't want to get sidetracked. Just want to focus on getting cinders and opening chests and whatnot. So. All right, got that. Oh, this will give me a malignant heart. There we go. Oh man, two of those guys showed up and I missed it. I wonder if I got credit for it though with them standing there. Maybe. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, we want to go after chests. So let's head this direction. That way we can get to the other zone and hopefully a mysterious chest is available there. There's a harbinger. Alright, so where is our chest at? It is all the way up there. That chest costs $250, so we can easily open this with no problem. Hit the damn wrong buttons. I already got all those cinders back for that chest I picked up a second ago, so... Yeah, those things are just dying so quickly. There's a steep difficulty between Torment 2 and 3, and it feels like what I was doing in 2 yesterday. So now 3 feels like what 2 was feeling like yesterday. It's nice. I wonder, makes me wonder how 4 would feel. Hey, pick up the damn item. Oh, I'm full up. Alright. Let's teleport real quick. At this stage in the game, with how I like to do things, I like to come over here and I'll just dump all my stuff. Well, let's do a new one, that way I don't accidentally screw with anything out in other ones. But anything that's ancestral, I'll dump in there. And then anything that I got that's unique, I will double check and make sure that I don't have a better version of it. Let's just crown there. Yeah, so I already got a better version of that. And then I'll just come over here. I won't even check anything else. Just come over here. And then I'll do the rest of that stuff later. Oh, let's go ahead and empty out the special thing there.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What's left, you ask?
Alright, and then back to it. Just try to move faster, you know. I'm not as efficient as most of blasters on, you know, that stream, but you know, I still want to try to be as efficient as I can for me. So alright, let's move on. I probably have enough to go ahead and pick this up. Might as well pick it up over here. Alright, let's go grab the other one. Let's just ignore all of these guys that basically aren't elites. Just try to ignore stuff that isn't going to give me favor or reputation or anything, so... right. Right on. All right. Well, might as well come in here and finish this up. Like I said yesterday, I hope they don't ever fix that. That skill that lets you jump is awesome. But you jump through walls and everything. It's pretty good. Kiva! How's things going? Thanks for the chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow as well.
It is done.
Hope I did it right, you know. VOP's a hard act to follow sometimes. Yeah, no, I love this game. You know, a lot of people have some hate on it because they don't. It's not the way they want it to be. But I like grinding and the power fantasy. You know, so. All right, let's see here. Let's go up this chest up here. Just rain and loot. I'd like to see that. Yeah, we like see all those heavy hitters die all at the same time pretty quickly. That's why I like playing these games. Struggle, 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 and then you get to the point where everything is just dying. Yeah, I'm learning. You know, I actually wanted to figure out how to put some music in the background, but I'm like, I'll just have to save that for the next time. Me and Bob can get together. You can help me out with it. So, because when I'm into this part of the grindy part, it's really hard to, you know, think of things to talk about and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I gotta have something for the dead air, you know, I'm grinding, because grinding is kind of becomes kind of a brain dead activity. You're just trying to loot and get the best thing that you can and whatnot, you know. So. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've never actually played that with people before. Me and Bob have talked about it, but there's just so much that you do by yourself that, you know, I know you can do stuff together too. Don't get me wrong. I just haven't really played any multiplayer on that before. I do like the game. I put I don't know, probably like 30 or 40 hours into it. I like it. I love the seamlessness too between going into outer space and on planets and stuff. I've seen some clips of some other things where they'll have they'll be on like their own like private starship or whatever, and then they're in this mech, and they'll jump out of the mech and go down into the planet and land and then fight other mechs. It was a pretty, I don't know if it was doctored or if that was real gameplay, but it looked real gameplay. It looked awesome. So 4,500 hours, that's kind of insane, to be honest. I have the most I have in a game is Final Fantasy 14 online. I might stream it at some point. I'm not sure. I want to stick to ARPGs for stream, but when the next expansion comes out or whatever, I might put a little bit of that on here. But that one I have 3,200 hours into that. I think that's the most I have in any game. But 4,500 hours is a lot of time. But I mean, I can see that though. That's the type of game. There's just so much different ways you can go about that. Yeah, exactly, with the building and stuff like that. I can see that because it's got a pretty in-depth, you know, campaign as far as like you got to go do these objectives and stuff, and then you got all the separate missions you can do, and then just the intricate building stuff is, you know, I've seen some awesome bases. I'm not very creative. I don't know if you've ever seen me and Vop stream games where we have to build stuff. He usually just has me design the stuff. It's usually a box, you know, and we put all the important stuff in it that we need, and you know, in close proximity so we can craft the stuff that we need and stuff. But that's usually about it. I don't get all crazy about it. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, and I live out in the middle of nowhere. I have good internet, but the wind will come up the canyon and knock my power out. So, and then there's other times that, you know, because our great and fearless leaders think they know better, so they'll turn the power off if they suspect that there'll be a problem. So oh yeah, I think it was on for that. Yeah, I remember that. That was like basically how I do that stuff. Yeah. The way I have Fallout done is I have my entire base set on a 1x1 square. That way, because in that game, I don't know if you've played it or not, but that game you can move your base anywhere and you can spawn it anywhere. And I didn't want to have to build in an area and then move it to a different area and then have it not sync up, you know, really well. So so the way I did it is I have it set on one square. That way I can put it anywhere, and so it has one square. You go up these stairs, and then the base is like, you know, like 2 or 3, you know, blocks high before you get into the base. So no, I get it. It's not for everybody for sure. Where we going? Oh yeah. We're lagging pretty bad there. Good thing I'm tanky as hell. If that would have been with any other of the builds I've played the last several seasons, I would have died. Nice, nice. Yeah, I like it. I was planning on doing Path of Exile 2, which, if I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of, but I figured it might be entertaining for people to watch me struggle playing that game. But I like Path of Exile 1, so I really want to give it a chance. I've heard they made some major changes to it because it's still it's still in early access and stuff. So, but then Blizzard decided they were going to drop this about the same time, and so I'm like, I play every season. So sometimes some seasons I play longer than others, but I figured I'll you know, get through this really quickly. It probably will only take me until next weekend, and I'll be off this game because the seasons are pretty simple and they're pretty short. They accomplish everything. Zelda Battle Royale game? Huh, I don't think I've heard of that. And did you say it's the same style as Diablo 4? Huh. That might be something I might be into, actually. Oh, I like the camera angle of these types of games. There's a couple other games I've played that are like this. There's a zombie game that I played that was pretty fun. I forget the name of it, though. I still have it downloaded on my PlayStation, but I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's called Hyrule Warrior. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That sounds like something I might actually like. So. Yeah, I used to be. Majora's Mask really put a bad taste in my mouth, and then so did the I want to call it Breath of the Wild, but that might not be the one I'm thinking of. It's the one that was like the art direction was really cartoony, and you basically had this little boat that you went from island to island and stuff. I can't remember the name of that one. That was the last one I really tried to get into and I didn't like it. The art direction was fine. It was just, I don't know, everything about the gameplay, it was I didn't like it very much. And I played a little bit of Twilight Princess, but you know, which was good. The dog thing kind of made me weirded out a little bit, I guess. It just didn't feel like Zelda. It felt like half Zelda, half like Twilight or something, you know. So and then but I did buy the was it Wind Waker or whatever? I can't remember all the names for them, but this is the first one on the Switch. So I bought that for my wife. She really likes Zelda all the way around. So I played around with it for a little bit. I think I might actually take it serious at some point, but just not yet because I got other things I'd want to play. I just, you know, screwed around with it before. So. Oh, wow, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. So much. There's so much going on. Holy crap. Oh, I'll add one, sure. Why not? This party started. Okay, maybe it is Awakening. Yeah, maybe Breath of the Wild's the Redemption one that I'm thinking of, because there was one that they did on the Switch that, like I said, I played a little bit of it, and there's these towers. It's almost, it made me feel like it was kind of Assassin's Creedy, because you had these towers you have to go climb and activate, and then your first weapon, and the weapons all have durability, which I'm not a big fan of that, but it's, you know, I'm sure you'll get used to it. I haven't put enough hours into it to get used to it, but I'm sure you get used to it after a while. So, but yeah. But the Awakening one, I think, is one, yeah, I didn't really care for it, and after that kind of fell off. And I also, too, it was a money thing too. Like, I like my games, but I was like, I got to a financial position where it's like, okay, I need to pick one, and I picked a PlayStation. So okay, yeah, that one looks really good overall. So, and what little bit I played of it is cool. So but yeah, no, Majora's Mask, I remember being so hyped for that, because I played through Ocarina of Time, I don't know how many times, you know. When that game came out, I was in my late teens, so I still had plenty of time for games back then. I mean, I got plenty of time now, but not as much as you do a year before you actually have to get a job and grow up, you know. So, and I remember being super stoked. They were doing commercials for Majora's Mask during like Monday Night Raw for WWE and stuff, and I remember that the Hardys were a part of the commercial, and I was super stoked when the game came out, and I played it for like, I don't know, maybe, I think I put like 5 hours into it, and I'm like, this game is horrible, and I went back to Majora's Mask, and then, you know, and then decided that I was over Zelda for a while. And sometimes you get the right combination of skills and you just delete stuff. Awesome. Oh, nice. Does it actually play like a I guess like a Ocarina, I guess? Like, is it, I don't know, call me stupid. I don't know if it's considered a real instrument or not, so it'd be cool though if it is, and you know, actually learn how to play the actual songs and stuff. That'd be awesome. Seven minutes left. Nice. That's awesome. Being able to play the Song of Time with that, that's awesome. Yeah, my daughter in high school, she played a few instruments too. I got her. She did clarinet for like 3 years, and then she did tuba for like the last 2 years. She was in high school. Nice, nice. Yeah, no, I have my daughter. She's just turned 23 back in October, and then me and my wife, we have a son, but we gave him up for adoption. And yeah, that's all my kids. I was a stepdad for early part of my life, but lost connection with all those. You know, like went through the whole thing of like fell in love with the kids and all that stuff, but then I got told they're not mine, so you know I don't get to see them when after we separated and stuff. But such is life, you know. Gotta move on. But I enjoyed the one I had. So we have a great relationship, even though we don't agree on everything, you know. So. How much time do we got left? We've got 3 minutes. So let's come over here and see. Oh, we need this dude. Alright, so let's come over here and we will teleport here, and we're gonna see if we can get some more chests before the time runs out. Let's empty what we have real quick. One, two, and okay.
Oh, guy is at it again.
Where is thread?
My
Okay.
skill is unmatched. Lord,
All right.
await your return.
Chest. We picked up that one. Picked up that one. We haven't picked up that one yet. Yeah, no, I called my wife like a year and a half before we actually got married. So I understand how that goes for sure. But we've been together. We've been married for 18 years. We've been together for 20 years. So been together a long time. She is absolutely. I'm sure you've heard the stories about my crazy ginger wife. You know, so and she owns it. but she's the love of my life. I would do anything for her. So. Yeah, no, it's a long time, but we've known each other too since we were 12 years old. We went to middle school together and stuff. So we had we had 10 years where we were apart, and we ended up, you know, married to different people for a small period of time, and then we found each other and got back together. It was when we were dating in high school, I had traumatic childhood stuff, and we ended up splitting up away from each other because of, you know, just BS and whatnot. But we were able to find each other and make a life together, and it's been great. So. Oh shoot! I only got through for a second. Let's get over here and get this before it ends. Come on, nice, got it open. All right. I was a little worried that wasn't gonna happen. We got it. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Whenever she comes up, you know, when it comes up with me and Vop all the time, you know, and we talk about it, you know, and Vop calls her a lovely lady. It's, you know, code for you know, I'm not screwing with her, so we're just gonna say she's a lovely lady and move on. So. My wife is what's the word I'm looking for? She's protective, jealous of what is hers, and that's fine. I am too, so it works out. Yeah, glad to hear. Glad to hear. It's always good to see relationships, you know, work. And the thing is too, like a lot of people, I hear some stories and some divorces and stuff, they're justified. You know, you hear some really horrible stories and stuff, and that's, and those things are sad for sure. But there's some of them you're like, you know, you hear something stupid like they snored too loudly. It's like, get over it. You made a decision, you made a promise, you made a commitment. You need to, you know, marriage is hard work. It isn't you know, you get married and then you live happily ever after and everything's amazing. Sometimes, you know, things are amazing, but sometimes it's not, you know. So you have to work hard at it. It's hard work, but it's definitely worth it. I you know, I went through a period of time where I was just super negative, you know, and it was always like my answer to everything was always like, you know, it is what it is, everything's whatever, you know. It was never really anything positive to say. And finally, you know, changed my way of thinking. It was like, you know, actually my life is pretty damn awesome. So yeah, there's hardships just like any other for everybody else's life has hardships too, but overall life is pretty amazing. So, and it's always good to have that attitude to be thankful for the things you have and not worry about things you don't. It's the reason why I started streaming too, because me and Vop been talking about me streaming, you know, because I love playing games and stuff like that. And I've been talking about streaming forever, but I was always had that afraid of failure. And it's like, well, you know what, I mean, if no one watches, no one watches, and if someone does watch, great, you know. And the more I do it, the better I'll get, you know. Maybe it may be, you know, 3 or 4 years before I get a real following, if any, if I ever do. But we were talking about it a couple weeks ago, and it's like no one's watching me now when I sit at home playing games on my off days. So, you know, this way there's opportunity now, you know. So all right, got lots of summoning stuff. Yeah, no one thinks they will find their forever until it smacks them in the face. That's for sure. Figuratively. Figuratively. So another and probably better word would be like falls in your lap, you know. So Still don't know if I want to buy that or not. Anyway, let's run one of these.
Feels like home. Hmm. So, you so you're not educating anymore? Is that the way I'm reading that? You used to, but you're not anymore. Well, sorry all that stuff happened. That sucked, but at least you found something. You got a good partner, and you got something to fill your time with streaming. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you're. Did you lose like any? Hope you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to share, that's fine. But did you lose any like motor function or anything like that? And if so, are you getting it back? You know, my grandma had a stroke several years ago, and it was kind of a blessing in my opinion for me, because me and my grandmother did not get along at all. She was a major pain in the ass growing up. And she had that stroke. She was a completely different person. She was such a nicer human being and stuff. But she did lose motor function for like half of her body for about 2 weeks, and then it started coming back. So, and she's back to normal now, other than the fact that she's a much nicer person. So. It was definitely a scare for sure. out of this pit, get back to running some of the health pack and stuff.
A fresh whisper joins the swarm.
Wrong button. It doesn't matter. He died pretty quickly anyway. Great bossing build. Great bossing build. Well, good luck. Good luck with the healing journey for sure. I'm not a religious person, so I'll give you good vibes, you know, sending them your way and whatnot. So let's see here. How do you... Here we go. Still learning how to do everything in this damn thing. So all right, there we go. Yep. Always good to be grateful for the things you have, for sure. It's always good to have a good support system as well. Makes things easier. I have a coworker. He's a friend. I would consider him a friend. He had a major issue a little while ago, and you know, I was like, let me know if you need anything. You know, I'll be right there, because we live really close to each other. And he was like, I got a good support system. I'm all good. I'm like, okay, good. You know, that's good. That's good. It's always good to have that for sure. Sometimes I don't feel like I have that, but there are definitely people like Vop and my other brother Lee. And I think, I honestly, like, me and my dad don't have the best relationship, but at the same time, I think we're at the point now that if I needed him, he'd be there, you know? So that's always good to have that support for sure. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm working on this stuff. I'm trying to get this one done. Those Pangs of Duriel are just so rare. But I'll just get back over here, I guess. Oh, we got stuff going on in each of these. Oh. And there. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, I think I have that flail there. Yeah, I do. Already got that. That's okay, though. It'd be good salvage. Yeah, honestly, the only reason why I started doing Twitch, because I wasn't really, I heard, all kinds of stuff, and I on YouTube I would see, clips of people's streams and stuff like that, but um, it wasn't necessarily something I was interested in. That's the only reason why I made a Twitch account was because of him. He mentions it when he talks about like people who are following him, and it's like, yeah, my account was created the same day that I started following him, and that was the only reason why I did that. So, but I've gotten to the point now too where I do use it more often. There's some guys I like to watch. So, but yeah, overall, like Bop's awesome. He's been super helpful with getting me with this stuff together. So, but me and him have that kind of relationship where we're always there for each other. So when he got I'm sure I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I'm pretty sure he's talked about getting divorced a few years ago. When they separated, he came to live with me for a while. So, no questions asked. Just showed up, and that's just how we are. So just like if I needed a place to go, I could just show up at his place, and that would be that. So. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. I like these kind of, so I like this kind of games. There's this one that I used to play. It's a real obscure one on PS4 called I'm going to butcher the name because it's a Japanese name, but it's like Okina or Kiana or something like that. But it's like this. It's similar to this kind of thing. You have like 8 different characters you get to pick from, and they all have their own specialties and stuff like that. The difference is, like, in this one you have like gear and different skills, and so you can pick a build and have different play styles for each class and stuff like that, whereas in Okina each character has its own separate thing. So come on, get that stuff up. There we go. There we go. Read that right? Do I have? I do. I'm gonna go turn it again.
It is done.
I got one of those. I got those. I got one of those. Cool. So we just go salvage all that. So we go back.
Steel you need.
Get this going. Hey, hey, hey! Big shout out to my bro there, Bob. Bot Gaming, VOP Gaming. Hell yeah. That is awesome of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. For all you joining, my name is Bronson. My channel's Then Came Bronson. I stream ARPGs, Diablo, Path of Exile, Last Epoch are the ones I'm focusing on. I'm working on a Paladin in Season 11 here in Diablo 4. And right now we're just grinding in some Hell Tides and just trying to get these season objectives done for the season journey. And that's pretty laid back kind of a day. New to streaming, so Bob helps me out trying to figure out some stuff and whatnot. So there's a little rough around the edges still, but this is only my third stream, so we're still learning how to work stuff, you know. I know you all came over from VOP stream playing Night Rain. Anybody here play Diablo 4 at all? I know it's gotten a bad rap. Hasn't turned out the way a lot of players would have liked it to, but I like it. I think it's more laid back, you know, as an ARPG. It's easy to get into. There is some challenge that you can pursue if you wish. But at the same time, it can be a pretty nice laid-back power fantasy game, which I like. So, yeah, no, for sure. I only know that the raid happened because I looked over. So, like I said, we're still rough around the edges here. You know, it's a work in progress, learning as we go, learning on the job, as they say. Yep, that's how it goes. Just grinding and working at it. We'll get it. Oh, they started another one. Let's go back to that then. How many we got? We still need... Oh man, we just need so many of those. They're so rare. I appreciate that, Kiva. Working hard. You know, sometimes it's hard to think about what to talk about. Me and you had a good chat though. It was nice and engaging, which is awesome. One of the things that me and Vop talk about is like the hardest thing about streaming is trying to fill the dead air when there's, you know, nothing going on. But when you got people to bounce off of it, it's kind of easy and natural, you know. So. All right, we need to go after one of these chests here before time gets too late here. Got all those cinders built up. Need to go spend them. Oh, need to kill some of these guys. All right. Wow, this thing's way down here. I've been playing this game a while, but for some reason, that ride felt longer than normal. That's right, Kiva. We all know what you meant. Where? Yeah, this build's great at single target damage. A little rough around the edges for some AoE stuff. I mean, it does good AoE stuff, but it doesn't do as wide range as some other classes do. But it's great for single target and super tanky, super tanky. Even a mediocre player like me won't die. It's great. I appreciate the Kiva. Have a good night. Hope you can sleep well. It was definitely amazing to talk to somebody. It was great. Appreciate it. And thank you for the follow and all that as well. Alright. Plenty of these chests open up. We still need to slay a few cultists. Let's go find some cultists. You know, we're gonna see how well we do with these spires here. These things will drain your life and stuff like that the longer you're in them. So we're gonna sit here and see how tanky I am with one of these. This should be a good time. Or laugh horribly at my death. I'm doing damage, that's for sure. Yeah, this is super tanky build, man. I'm not really taking anything. It's awesome. Great time. For me, nothing's more satisfying to be able just to sit there and face tank something. Whenever I play MMOs, I usually play a tank, so it's my style. I like it. Oh, that was almost that was super close. I almost ate it there. I'm out of room though. We got to go turn some stuff in. Let's see here. Let's do this. No. Okay, there we go. Off to the races. Every time I come back into a hell tide after porting, it's a little choppy. Still looking for cultists, I think. There's one. Yep, I need like 12 more cultists. Let's see, is there any nearby? Doesn't look like it. Let's head to another chest. For jewelry, so let's hit that one. Couple. Finally found some cultists here. We'll get the last bit of these done. Only 4 more. There's 3. Come on, where are you guys at? Hiding. Oh, there we go. There's one. I need one more.
see here. I need just one more cultist. Let's go find a cultist and we can go to the other zone. Start getting the chests out of there. Especially because we've got 20 minutes still. Run around aimlessly hoping to find one. There we go. Oh no, those... Are those cultists? Yep, sure are. Alright, cool. I am not going to finish that though. We're just gonna get out of there. Head to the other zone. Which is down here. Out to everybody that came over from the raid from VOP. I really appreciate you guys lurking or just enjoying the views or whatever. I appreciate you. A new rune word. I haven't seen that before, so check that out later. Oh wow, I got 4 million hearts there. That's nice.
I'm glad you got that.
Super powerful. I'm sure there's some other builds that are a little more flashy, like I said before, and fancier. Like I said, there's nothing better than being able to face tank something and then delete stuff. So, it's good fun. Good fun. I'm not really sure what the future holds for me with this game in the near future. Like, I'm enjoying this. I'll get the season journey stuff done and whatnot, but there is a couple classes that I'm interested in checking out before moving on to Path of Exile, but I don't know. It'll probably be a game time decision, honestly. I'll probably have to sit there and think about it, but because there's this one build that I did with Spiritborn when it very first came out, and I was looking at it. It looks like they've improved it a little bit, and it looks pretty awesome. So, and it's super fast. So I might want to check that one out before moving on. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now I'm enjoying this. This is a ton of fun.
need them. Let's see here. Chest over there. We can summon that dude at the same time. I don't want the entire stream to be Helltide, so I think when we get done with this Helltide, we will move on to different activity. Probably some pits or some nightmare dungeons. I need both of those. Need the summoning items for both of them. So. Yeah, these spires are like the other ones that I was talking about earlier that had like little traps and the rotating fire and stuff on them. Whereas this one just siphons your health, and the siphoning gets higher and higher and higher the longer you're in it. And I've never completed one of these before. I always end up getting out of the circle and canceling it before I finish it. So we're gonna see. Oh, I accidentally jumped out. Oh, that sucks. As I was about to say, we're gonna go through and see how far I can go. Man, that sucks so bad. Oh well, we'll find another one. We'll try another one. That is the trap version. Oh, what's that? Got a secret chest. Does someone... Oh. Got the Malignant Hearts. Always good. Need to go turn in the Whisper here. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good night. Get some good sleep. I know it's elusive for you sometimes, so you know I'm just sitting here sending positive energies to you to help you get some good Z's tonight. Oh, look at that. You know, they say streamers get good luck, and let me tell you something. I have gotten the best drops this season, and it's all because of streaming. I'm convinced, because like I've gotten, this is my third random drop mount that I've received. I've only gotten 2 of them the entire time I've been playing this game beforehand. I've gotten 3 of them so far this season. So yeah, it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Whatever they need to do to bring the exciting content to your screens. So, yeah. It's okay, I'll take it. Yeah, no kidding. Oh no, you see other streamers too, and they get all that, they get all the lucky stuff happens to them, and then you try to recreate it in your game, and you're like, this is not working. But like I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm gonna need all of it I can get when I do Path of Exile too.
Seems kind of
I'm so horrible at that game. I'm hoping I keep it together long enough, but we'll focus on that when we come to it. Right now we're focusing on this, so. All of a sudden, a lot of chaos is going on all of a sudden. I would say let's try to see if we can 1v1 this boss, but I know the second I activate it... Oh, there's someone here already, actually, so... I was gonna say the second I activate it, someone's gonna show up, but there's someone already just sitting here in the area, so... Looks like they're AFK, but I'm sure they'll get active. Oh, there they are, yep, like I said, so... Got these, might as well use them. Well, so far no one else has showed up. Maybe I'll actually get to try this boss 1v1 and see how it goes. Would be interesting. Oh no, people have showed up. Just in time for them to spawn too. That's okay. The objective is to get him down and get the loot. So it just would have been interesting to see how good the build is with him. So. Alright, let's see here. Let's go up in that one. Alrighty. There's another chest there. We'll go grab that. Got 10 minutes left to open what I can. Done. And how much do we got? I still have 200. Let's go find another chest then. If you're above 200, you can pretty much open up anything, so... got 10 minutes to get up here though, so shouldn't screw around too much. As I start screwing around. Oh, that's a. This will be quick and easy. Get this whisper right here. Here's my time. Forget what that bar is called for the hell type, but max the bar out, then all of a sudden you get bombarded with a bunch of enemies, high level enemies and stuff. More whispers, more chances of better loot and all that good stuff. So, not whispers, cinders, more cinders. Oh, this is that spire thing that I wanted. And I can. Oh, man, I ruined it. I hit the wrong button again. Mediocrity at its finest, people. Mediocrity at its finest. I don't want to do that one. Let me just. Only got 2 more available to open up anyway. Is that right? Am I? No, I'm not. Okay, never mind. Didn't realize what I was looking at there for a second. And I figured it out. We're good.
Not bad, I promise.
Alright. Wonder why those are all lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh. Let's see what's going on there. Right, and we got 1 more chest to get, and then that'll be it for this Helltide. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can get the spire done. This time, We're not gonna hit that button that makes me leap. That way we don't accidentally screw it up. We're gonna sit here and see if we can get this done. I don't know how long these are supposed to last, but I'm gonna have to bolt to that chest if this thing lasts. Let's say if it's under 1 minute, I gotta bolt so it lasts as long as I can. With other builds, I can never last that long. Like, I end up taking way too much damage too quickly, and I gotta bail out on it or die. One of the two. You know, dying has happened a lot. So with this build, I'm curious to see how long I can go, or if I can even complete it. That'd be awesome too. So with the super tankiness and the life on hit and everything like that, like it's definitely possible that I can complete this without even blinking. So far I'm doing a good job. I'm not even really seeing my life go down very much. So someone's come in to help. That's cool. I'm actually starting to see my health start to dwindle now. Every time it starts to dwindle, I do get a hit in though, and I'm healing up all the way, so it's like pretty good. I finished it. There we go. Didn't even really break a sweat with that. That's pretty awesome. So, man, it took about 2 minutes for it to go through that. I never knew how long those last before. I don't know if it's based on the amount of but the amount of enemies you kill, or if it's based on the amount of or if it's just time. So, or maybe it's a combination. Could be a combination. All right. Don't have any more chests to open up, so can't really spend any more cinders. So we'll go ahead and bail and do some inventory management, and we're going to move on to other stuff. Gotten plenty of living steel, and I got some of the exquisite blood too while we were at it. So so that'll help. Right, let's see here. I have that sword, but yep, I got one that's better. So, all right. Oh, got lots of ancestral stuff there. Got lots of hearts. Yeah. Getting all kinds of stuff. Love to see the loot explosions. Those are always great to see. To be sure. Alright, let's see here. That one. And that one. Right, so yep. And then bonfire. Yep, okay, cool. Alright. Getting some ancestral stuff. Awesome. That one has 46 minutes on it, and it's we're gonna drop what we're doing and go do that because those things have a time limit on. So we'll go get this done. This nightmare dungeon. Now on this particular Nightmare Dungeon key, I didn't look to see what the extra effect was, but maybe it was Project Fest or the obols. I'm getting obols everywhere. It's great. Trying to get this shield that you get off of a boss, which is why I've been doing the stuff for going after boss summoning items, but if I can get it through obols, that'd be save me a heartache. Then I can just do bossing for fun. I won't have to worry about necessarily doing a particular one. I think I need to go back up here for a second. Come on, out of there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, we got a monster that's going to spawn. That's going to give us a malignant heart. Nice. Those are the ones I need. I need malignant hearts to summon that guy. His name is Vashon, for those of you who don't know. And he has the shield that I need. They're not super rare. The hearts aren't super rare, but they're not as common as some of the other boss elements that you have to get. Excuse me. Like I said, 3 days streaming. I'm not used to talking, and my voice is definitely feeling it for sure. It's definitely a new muscle to work on, you know, new skill to work on. Trying to keep things interesting, as they say. You guys, I wish you could smell what I smell right now. My wife's in there making Christmas cookies. It smells amazing right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Something for your troubles.
Which is great, because my wife doesn't cook. I cook. I'm the one that does all the cooking in our house. And my brother Bob will tell you I'm a good cook. We actually argue over who's the best cook, but he will at least admit that I'm a good cook. And I love to cook. But my wife can bake some goddamn cookies, let me tell you. I've been trying to diet and stuff like that, and I was telling her no more cookies, you know, ever. We gotta stay away from the cookies, because if she makes them, I'm gonna eat them. And then people at work complained because I said there wasn't gonna be any, and so, you know, I was convinced. I would say bullied, but you know, we'll use the word convinced to have her make cookies. So, you know, that's what she's in there doing right now. And man, it smells amazing in this house right now. It's so great. So, oh, speaking of which, I get to do a taste test. Thank you, baby. Those are good. Those are tasty. Yeah. Whatever. Uh-huh. What is that? These things must have spawned in behind me and I didn't know it. Oh, I was wondering when I was gonna get to the end. I just realized that the dungeon's cleared. Could have teleported out of here a long time ago. Distracted by the aroma of cookies, you know? Alright, do we have any other keys that, nope, okay. That would have one more to get. You know what? Let's go do this cellar right here. That'll give me one whisper, and then I'll have that thing open. And then to change things up, I think we'll run a oh, I'm drawing a blank on what it's called. Let me look at the key real quick. We will run the Infernal Horde. That's what I, yep. That's what I thought. Well, yep. So run us an Infernal Horde and see how that goes. Those ones require a little more speed than I have, I feel, but we'll see. We'll see. It might go well. It might go well. So. I'm glad they made the cellars. Most of these cellars are about that fast. They're not very long, which is great. I like things that are quick. There's some events that just they have delay stuff and it's like you're slowing the gameplay down. Let's burn through stuff and move on. If we have the ability to burn through it. I just want to burn through it.
It is done.
Oh, I didn't even look what that was. Oh well. That's what I get for rapid pushing the button instead of paying attention. Alright, so now let's run a horde. Just want to check it out. Not really ready to burn through these yet, so let's do a small one. Because that's 10, that's 8, that's 6. Oh, let's do an 8. I think an 8 will be a fair one to try. Alright, Aether Goblins, that looks new. Monster now greatly increased health. Aether events can spawn goblins. Nice. I think that's the one we're gonna go with. Especially to have it at the beginning of the thing. That's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, see, this build is not made for this. This is where we're gonna have problems, I think, for sure, is in Infernal Hordes. This is definitely where I feel like we're gonna have some significant issues. It's not as fast as other builds I've played in this, and because you have such a tiny window to deal with, it's definitely a pain. Although the goblins might save me. Because you need at least 666 to fight the big baddie at the end. Or if not, you have to do the medium baddie, so... It is lagging something fierce in here.
All right. Wow. We weren't lagging at all until we came in here. We were lagging a little bit when we would do transitions from town to the Helltide, but once it loaded in all the way, like Helltide wasn't so bad. Let's see here. Great Lakers, blah blah. Ether. All right. As far as defense goes, though, like these things don't stand a chance. I am not having any problems fighting anything here at all. That was nice. Simple man on top of each other. Let's see here. Has a chance to reform on death. Let's do that. We'd rather do that. The spires suck because you have to be in them, and whereas those masses you can get them from far away. Although it doesn't really matter for us, I guess. Mr. Goblin, damn it. Oh, this is what, I thought they got rid of the chaos stuff. You know what? We're gonna do it anyway, though. We're gonna check it out. There's the chaos waves, from what I remember. I only did a couple of them in the last season. I didn't do a lot of the chaos stuff because the armor dropped so well. So I just concentrate on the other season stuff that they had. But I remember that it does really good
ether. You get really good ether from it. So even though I really wanted that Hellborn one, it would have been better for us to get that for throughout the entirety of the Infernal Horde, but oh, so much going on. Let's see your Burning Rain. Let's do the Burning Rain. All right, then. Burning Rain's one of those you'd like to get earlier on, but, you know. Better late than never, I suppose. Really trying to concentrate on making sure I'm not taking damage. I'm not taking a lot, but there are certain times where it feels like I could die if I'm not paying too close, if I'm not paying close enough attention. All right. So normally I know what to pick, you know, and these go by faster, but I just don't remember what they all do. So it's trying to process because they changed some of the wording and they changed how some of them work. And I haven't really played too much Infernal Horde since they changed how they all work. So, because it used to be what you wanted is you wanted everything Hellborn, and then that way you could, because they all produce Aether, and then and so it's just, which I still think is the best strategy, but alrighty. Man, I need this one needs to be really good. I don't, like I said, having problems. We'll go with this one. Because when the Hellborn spawns, it should be multiple of them because I have the increase for that, so that should increase that. We'll find out, though. It may not work that way. Nope, it does. Yep, it spawns all three. Spawns 3 Hellborns, so that's not a bad. The masses are good because of how they're designed, but the Soul Spires just stink. Hey, look at that. That mercenary got to rank 10. That's good. Yep.
Didn't quite get it, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to do the regular boss. I guess for this build, in order to make that work, if I would have done a 10 wave, I think I would have gotten it. But we'll have other opportunities, I'm sure. Wow, that guy's toast already. Oh, that's horse. Come on. Don't stop running. That's right. All right, let's see here. Greater equipment, fragments, gold. I want this. I don't need greater equipment right now. There we go. Alrighty then. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Would have been better if I would have got that other one done, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Alrighty then. Almost got that up to 4. And the pit is to 4 too. That's 2 of my objectives that I need for over here, so wow, 6,000 Aether. That's a lot. That's a lot of hordes. Lot of hordes. And then that's the guy I was trying to kill, was for that objective, but didn't get enough Aether to summon him, but we'll get there. Wrong button there. So yeah, I need 2 divine gifts at rank 4. You know what? Let's do that. I want to go do that real quick. We're going to go work on this capstone to unlock the next tier. See what this thing's all about. Watch, I've been walking through everything, and this is going to kick my ass. We got destroyed demon gates. This is not going to kick my ass. Okay, well, it's good to know. Yeah, this capstone's so far is not really anything. Not really too much of a challenge, but I'm also probably a little bit higher up there than most. There's one demon gate down. I don't know. Now I know what I'm looking for. Damage is a little up there though. A little up there. I'm doing plenty of damage, and I'm good. Tanking's doing good, but the damage again is a little bit higher than what I've been experiencing lately, so.
Like opening a present.
Oh, I need to change mercenaries when I get done with this. I got both of those up to 10 now. That's good. Alright, that gate's done too. Where? Okay. Stop and kill elites. Move on from anything else. Alright, now we gotta travel to the oh, let's go there, okay. I will say this much, for me personally, I like this build. I like being tanky and almost invincible. I'm not quite invincible. Like I have deaths every once in a while, especially when I stand in something stupid. My only problem with this build, in comparison to other builds I normally play, this one is slow in comparison to ones I normally play. I've seen some footage of these ones moving fast. I'm not sure what they're doing, or what I'm not hitting, or what I'm not using. And that just goes to show my mediocrity gameplay style. But you know, maybe something will click and I'll figure it out. Um, but the other builds that I've played are way faster and whatnot. So, which makes them enjoyable too. But this is just enjoyable knowing that I can just space tank something. It's like, and so it takes me a little bit longer to walk there. I'm like, screw it, I'm okay with that, because you know, I can just sit there and take it and no big deal. Hey, look at that, some living steel from a dungeon. That's cool. All right, the Dominion of Sin. Oh, boss arena. Oh shit, this is, we're fighting Osmodon by ourselves. And that's nice. That's actually one of the shorter capstone dungeons. That's pretty cool. The other ones take a little bit longer. They're a little the dungeon's confusing too. They're like mazes. You can get lost pretty easily, unfortunately. But that one was that one's probably my favorite capstone so far. The you know, the boss was good. I mean, I'm overpowered obviously, but like the boss arena and the graphic and all that stuff, it was that aspect of it was good. And then I liked how, you know, the path was almost direct. You know, there wasn't like the other capstones, they're all over the place. You know, you can get turned around and lost and have to look at your map several times to make sure you're going in the right direction. Whereas that one, I would barely had to look at my map, I think once, and I was able just to go. So that's a positive in my book. So before I forget, let's head over to the den and pick up our other mercenary. I need to look at something real quick here. Give me just a second. I need to look something. The mercenaries. I forget. Yep. Okay. All right. We want All right, so
I will say this. It is never dull with you here, Oriana.
That's me, the life of the party.
grab all these. Okay, and then grab his stuff. All right, now we want her as our main
Oriana right out, did you?
our main one. And then we want him as a reinforcement.
My gosh, need some help.
We want him to cast that one. And what's this? This is when player casts any combat skill. Okay. Okay, yep, that's what we want. Okay. Now we can do all that. Let's see what we get out of all this. Stashes over here. Alright. Salvage all that. Alright. And yeah, that's right. We earned this. And I forgot we got kicked off. Damn. Nope, wrong thing. Ugh. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, there we go. Got that. And now I just need to complete a tier 60 pit, and I'll unlock the final one, it looks like. But this way I can start working on this other stuff too. Right. Right. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my bearings here, figure out what I'm doing next.
I suppose the place will have to do.
Right. Ooh, there's an upgrade for me. That's a lot of thorns too. Although I'm gonna lose thorn and thistle, though I don't. That might. Well, thorns damage I think is gonna be more beneficial though. I will deal with this later though. I'll look off stream. I'll deal with that because it's gonna take me some time to figure out if that's how I want to work that. Probably want it either way though. To be honest, just because it's ancestral, so again they'll have more stat on it overall. So okay, so that's right. We want to run pits. We want to get our I want to get our glyphs maxed out. Not maxed out, but at legendary at least. So
defense-wise, I'm great. Damage-wise, it's definitely a definitely not as high. Probably most definitely want to stay out of some of those explodey effects, though. I can imagine if that kill me anyway. Saw a thing over here. Grab this. Right. Yeah, tier 50. I mean, I'm surviving it just fine, and with artillery shrines, I'm definitely doing enough damage. But I think for efficiency, I should probably stick to lower ones for a second. I do have some points to spend too, so that'll help with damage when I get to that, when I spend them. I don't know. When I'm streaming, I try not to do too much that'll do airtime, you know, so... Although, I'm providing plenty of that by myself. But yeah. It's even worse when there's nothing going on the screen. I don't know how many times I'll get onto a streamer's stream myself, and it seems like every time I get in there, they're in their menu, you know, fiddling around with gear and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, that's part of the game. That's part of the aspect of playing the game for sure. But like, I want to see what your build's doing. Let me see that, you know. So I try to do all that like last minute if I can, or I'll do it off stream depending on situations and whatnot. But I might take care of it because it might be the difference between me playing P3 and P4. All right.
Do you want to meet darkness and death? I will introduce.
Yeah, it's a great bosser. Great bosser. Bossers stand no chance. All right, then we need that one. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Let's go handle this real quick. I think I am going to take about... Try to do it as fast as I can. I am going to take a couple minutes here and handle my paragons real quick because I got 41 points to spend. So
let me handle that real quick here. Let's see here. Let's go over to our max roll guide. Those of you who are just listening in, I'm using the maxroll.gg guide, Shield of Retribution. It's pretty awesome. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. That's for damn sure. Okay, so now we need the preacher board. All right. And then we need to rotate it around like that. All right. Let's see here. Let me so I don't lose what I'm doing. All right, that. Pick up those. Okay. Corner. Grab that node. Straight down. Oh, nope. Not that one. Ah. All right, and this one has revenge in it. All right. And then we want to grab all those. And then we want to grab all those. And then we did have these over here to grab before we move on. Intelligence. Yeah, let's do that. I'd rather have that for now. Okay. Well, it didn't take as long as I thought it would. I didn't get to fill up this particular board yet, but still, we got the new glyph put in place, and it should be. Yep, I got the plus 27 there. I think I got all of them set up that way. Yep, that one has all their stuff active, and that one has all their stuff active. Okay, cool, nice, awesome. All right. What's this? Endurial has cleansed the artifact. You choose for. Well, you know what? We haven't been in here for a while. Let's come in here and see what we got done. There's probably some stuff in here, some rewards on the season board here that we have completed, I'm sure. Yep, 2, 3. Only got two more to do. Oh, is that? Nope, it's not. I thought it was for a second, but it's not. All right, lots of new shields. All right, and then we got an ancestral version of that too. So, yeah, getting some stuff, that's for sure. All right. I think we're gonna do. Let's see, that was a 50. 55. Let's see if we can do a 55. That's torment 4 equivalent. I just added 41 points of Paragon, a new board, a new glyph, a new legendary node. So we should be able to handle it. It's damage-wise, it's a little bit. They're a little bit tougher for sure.
Yeah, it's not as efficient as the other ones. I don't know, like, I think I need like more crit chance, because it seems like I'll have moments where things are not dying very quickly, and then I'll have moments where they just get deleted, and I think that's because of my crit chance, honestly. I think I need more of that, so, but I'll get that between gear. Although, like, I just did in a bunch of stuff there, so defense-wise, it's there. Like, it's on point. Yeah, so far right now, it's just me trying to push to see how far I can go. But definitely, can handle this stuff. Once I get more glyph XP on and rank my glyphs up, there's so much power wrapped up in glyphs that once I get one of them or a couple of them maxed out legendary, or not maxed out, but into the legendary love ranks, I should definitely be things will be a lot easier. I mean, considering the level of difficulty I'm on right now, like, this is nothing, but it's just they're not dying as fast as if I was doing 3s, so that guy got deleted pretty quickly. So. He was just there, and then he wasn't anymore. Just like those guys right there. Right. The big thing for me is always the bosses. Like, you know, how long does it take me to kill the boss? Yeah, he's a little bit tougher. Let's see here. We want to work on spirit first. Now that I got all these up to, well, get you up there one. So. So, yeah, we will. We're gonna run another 55 because I want to see how many. Because I wasn't paying attention to how many level ranks I was getting at that. Because I was getting like 3, but I think I may have crossed into being just getting 2, which is fine. But if I can clear this faster on lower difficulty and get the same amount, then I'd rather do that. Holy crap, I all of a sudden taking a lot of damage. Where all that was coming from. think it came from the fact I didn't have my consecration down, so I wasn't getting the constant flow of health to hit there. But here we go. A lot of effects going on there. Had me worried for a second, but I think consecration is a difference between me being able to tank something and me being able not to. As you see there, I had all that poison damage, but I overhealed it from just continuously hitting stuff and getting life with my consecration up, so I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah, but I love being able to sit there and just tank stuff. That's always attractive for me for a build. If I can sit there and not have to pay attention to mechanics, I'm all about that. That's for sure. I like just being able to sit there and take it. But sorry. Anyway. Lots of effects going on there. And didn't even look like I got hit by anything. I know I did though. So my money says that Blizzard didn't expect it to work this well, and they're gonna nerf the hell out of it. So even though to me it seems pretty balanced, because like, yeah, the defense is really good, but in comparison to other classes I have played at this stage, like the damage is not on par with them. But because I can sit there and tank it, it still feels pretty good. So, because I have the time, the ability to sit there and continuously hit them instead of having to move around and stuff like that. So, that's just my opinion, though. I mean, game developers are gonna game develop and do whatever the hell they want to do. So, there was this one build in Last Epoch that I really, really loved, and they killed the hell out of it. Then, at the end of season 2, I think it was a season 2 build, and they killed it. And I was like, man, I was having a hard time deciding what I wanted to play after that. So, all right. So let's see here. I have 100% chance to go up how many levels? +2. Okay. +2, +2, +2. We're still doing +2. Okay, then yeah, we'll keep rocking that then. I guess we're getting +3s in the low and under 20, and then we started getting +2s, so that's fine. If we're gonna get that many that fast, it's a little bit slower to do
55s, but it's well worth it if I'm getting +2 glyph. So. Ooh. Got a little spicy there. I'm stuck in... He's a shadow, but you can't go around, you can't go through him, you have to go around him. Like I said before, this season on paper, I did not, even what I've heard about the PTR, I didn't like the changes. But so far, the changes are, I don't know, the game doesn't feel that different as far as stuff goes. Oh man, my first death of the night. That sucks. I was doing pretty good. Oh well. Oh crap, come on. That poison, holy crap, that poison's deadly. But it doesn't really feel that different. I guess it's kind of, I do like, in a way, I don't understand the toughness very much on like how they calculate it and stuff. It's a lot like Diablo 3, how they calculated it. But I do like the simplicity when it comes to the resistances. It's nice with the resistances to just be like, you know, just keep adding the resistances, and then you know, like the torment things will say you need this much toughness, and then you go in there and look at it and be like, okay, I have this much toughness, you know. Like when everything is active, I got, holy crap, yeah, when everything's active I have 132,000 toughness. So, you know, I'm tanky as hell, so. Right. Saw an eyeball. I'm not sure if the eyeballs make a difference, but you're guaranteed elites and stuff when you go to the eyeballs, so it's like that's what gives you more, fills up the bar faster to get to the boss fight, so. That's what I'm saying though, sometimes things will just get gone, and sometimes they won't. So like I said, I'm wondering if that's a crit chance problem. Not too sure though. Boss fight time. Unfortunately, I died in this one, so I'm gonna have one less chance to level up a glyph. He died way faster that time. Alright. So, only 3 chances instead of 5. Or 4. I thought you get 5. I wonder if you have to do it within a certain amount of time successfully to get the extra. But anyway. So, yeah, we want spirit. Oh, now we're into plus one. So as you get above for 35, now we're into the plus ones. So let's go handle inventory because we're getting kind of loaded on stuff. All right, so what are these? Oh, those are the ice trail ones. I don't think I've picked those up. Oh, nope. Yep, I have them. I have an ancestral version of them too, so we're just gonna come over here and do that. Okay. And then we need that shield, so oh. There it is. I've been looking all over for that thing. And there it is right there. Nice. Awesome. So we'll put that there.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
We will put that there, and then just go like this.
Use it well.
But we're still going to go ahead and use up the rest of them on the shield. Maybe I'll get an ancestral version. And I did. Streamer's luck, guys. Streamer's luck. That's what that is right there. That's streamer's luck. You know, I spent I don't know. I spent 800 rubles and I got 3 of these things that I've been looking for to do boss fights with, and I end up with an ancestral one, you know. And I got the ancestral affix for the double damage on the shield. So yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That is amazing for sure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and get rid of the rest of this stuff. Now I believe the other one I needed to get for this build is this sword here. I have a regular one, but the sword that the ancestral legendary one that I have is so good that I kind of want to get the ancestral version. So let's see how lucky we can get. Hey, let's check it out here. Yeah, can't get all that lucky, I guess. See, did I get any of those kind? Any of the Griswold Opus? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I got one. Let's see here. 95, 55 life. Let's see here. Doing direct damage. 1.2. Critical strike for each enemy hit within 10 seconds up to 70%. Critical strikes have a 50% chance to deal double damage and heal for X amount of life. Okay, and then there's this one here. So this one's better. Even though the life is 5 less, it has more more direct stuff going on. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that one, and then we will save that one. Okay, and then the rest of these are all I have a 150 one of that, so, and I do have a supplication at 285. All right, so yeah, okay, all right, cool. We got all our obols spent and all that stuff. I'll do gear upgrades off stream. I'm going to keep this stream kind of short today. I think we're going to sit here and work on getting this, getting one of our glyphs up to 46 and get it legendary rank, and then I think I might call it a night tonight. It did 6 hours each stream the last 2 days, and I think that's honestly for someone who doesn't do it professionally yet, and who knows, that depends on you guys for sure. But if I do, then I might do longer streams, but I think I'm going to keep it about 3 to 4 hours. Seeing as how I do work full time and whatnot, I want to have time to do other things and whatnot. And I'm spending a lot of time working on this just because I'm trying to learn, how to do different things and stuff like that. And I need to spend extra time learning the other side of things. There's lots of things to learn in the Streamlabs and how to get notifications, get a better, graphing instead of just one of their generic templates, so lots of things to work on, but we'll get there. Definitely need to figure out and work on getting some music in the background for these, for the grindy streams when I'm just sitting here chilling and grinding, so that way I can save my voice and wait for some conversation instead of just talking to myself. But that way you guys have something to listen. I still might talk to myself even with the music, but when I have quiet moments, at least there'll be something for you guys to listen to, so kind of the goal there. Ooh, get out of there, get out of there. Oh. That got a little hairy there for a second. Oh, I saw that coming too. I was trying so hard to avoid that. Oh well.
Like I said, sometimes things take forever to kill, and sometimes they just get deleted. And it's hard to... At least it's hard for me to figure out what I'm doing differently to figure it out. Like, I think I have my rotation down pretty good to where I can do stuff, but... Oh, there's a portal that's heading there. I've already died in this one again, so we'll get out of here. Oh, yeah. All right. As long as I don't die, I think if you don't die, you get another 2. So that's 5 points. If you die, then you only get 3. So as long as I don't die. It's 41. Yeah. So if I don't die, this one I get 5 points, then that glyph is done. So it's either this will either do the either this or one more and I'll have it maxed out. But holy crap, I don't move out of that stuff. I'm gonna have some problems. Ground effects. Especially when there's just a lot going on. Oh, we got blowy up guys, putreds, whatever they're called, the guys that blow up. That's going to be a problematic for staying alive for sure. Harry. Oh my gosh. I saw that coming and I tried to get out of there. Oh, damn it. I love that. I hope they don't ever patch that. Anybody that plays these games knows they're going to, knows they're absolutely going to patch that out. Why is this guy not dying? That was interesting. Pain in the ass. We're good. We're good. What's going on there? Holy crap. And then just like that, everything's gone. I wish I wish I knew what I was doing. Now there, now there, now there. See, that time I dodged it because I actually remembered I had an evade button. Like I said, folks, mediocrity at its finest. I forget, when you're in the shield, you can't do nothing to you anyway. I got see, that time I got 5 and I died. So I'm not sure where he used to say on the thing like why you're getting the ones, but oh well. I am going to max this puppy out. There we go. First legendary ranked glyph of the season. All right. Got some. That's all stuff I've got. We can just go ahead and salvage all that.
Greetings. How shall I get? Still got some good in it.
And I think I need to, repair what I got. So, yeah. It's some good progress today. I'll probably, like I said, play a little bit off stream. Do some fine-tuning and whatnot. But I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. Big special shout-out for sure to VOP Gaming, my brother. He got a lot of you guys in here today, and I appreciate that. Appreciate a lot of you guys that stuck around for it. I wish I knew how to raid, but I don't really have anybody to raid out anyway, so there's that. But special shout out to Kiva for chatting with me for a little bit. That was awesome, and following, and same thing with Mr. Zombie. Thanks for all the follows for sure. Like I said, I work full time, so I won't be back on until next Friday, around 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm a graveyard guy, that's why we do this at night. So, but it was good having you all here, and we'll see you next time. Peace.